And while we're talking, Carolyn, congratulations on Capital,
Thank you.
on CBS Every Day. It's a wonderful show, and you're wonderful in it, too.
I'm having a marvelous time.
Well, of course you're having a wonderful time. I mean, who wouldn't have a wonderful time being so evil and nasty and
Oh, it's the greatest. I mean,
Sure.
I get out all my frustration. I came home and Peter said, I don't know you. You're so calm and gentle. It's because I get out all of my aggravation on the show.
Sure. It's so much more fun than playing a goody-goody, isn't it?
Of course, of course.
Sure.
There's so many evil things we all have inside.
Yes, never mind. Moving right along. This question is for the fellas. Remember, I'm asking them. That's the way to play the game. Men, have you ever had a love affair with a woman who was having an affair with another man at the same time? Oh. Yes or no? Goodbye.
What?
I'll say it again to you guys. Has he ever had an affair with a woman who was having an affair with another man at the same time? And we're going to start with you, Carolyn, since you seem rather interested in that question.
Well, I tell you, he's probably going to kill me for saying this. But yes.
But he has.
And when he found out, he divorced her.
Oh.
So he's probably going to kill me for that. But yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, the answer is yes. I mean, I won't take yes for an answer. Here he comes. Peter, we want a yes or no from you, sir.
The answer is yes.
That's correct. $100, and it's for the guys. What are you most satisfied with, your looks or your intellect? Most satisfied with. Goodbye. Carolyn, what will Peter say to this?
Well, of course, I think Peter is gorgeous. You know, the first time I saw him, I said, I can't go out with you. You're prettier than I am. But he doesn't think so. You know, he kind of, he sees mirrors and he goes this way. And for an actor, that's pretty peculiar, let me tell you. So I think he would be more interested in his intellect.
Yeah, well,
and think his intellect is more attractive than himself.
Right. And of course, we've already found out that he speaks 4 languages and lots of others partially as well.
Oh, and he was trained as an engineer and changed to be an actor, and he's a classically trained actor. Shakespeare is, he's gorgeous in it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Here he comes. Intellect it is. Peter, which one will it be? Did that startle you there, that little ping? Comes on here kind of loud in the phones, doesn't it?
Woke him up.
Yeah. Which one do you think you are most happy with, most satisfied with?
Well, actually, the first time I got married, my wife then proposed to me, and she was very wealthy. And she said to me, do you want to marry me? And I said to her, listen, financially, you're not compatible with me. Intellectually, you're not compatible with... No, the other way around. Financially, I'm not compatible with you. Intellectually, you're not compatible with me. Therefore, intellect more than the...
That's correct. You got it.
My heart, sweetheart. I thought you were going to say it again.
Of course, he's added...
That scared me to
Well, he had another element. You added financial to this, and I find that very interesting. Be more satisfied with your looks, your intellect, or your money. Is what we should have made it.
Well, you know why?
Why?
Because she was one of the, you know, the Johnson & Johnson family.
Whoa.
So every time you put on a Band-Aid or something...
Made her another half a penny.
Yeah,
Boy,
exactly.
Gee whiz.
So that's not like little money. That's like...
that's big money.
Big money.
Ladies, this question is worth $150 to your rooting sections. Listen very carefully, Tony and Carolyn especially.
Yeah.
Ladies, how often are you surprised when couples you know announce they're getting divorced? Most of the time, about half of the time, or less than that? Carolyn, how would you feel about that? How often would you be surprised, in fact?
Well, having been married 3 times myself, I'm never surprised.
Even less than that, and you're right. Here's the first question. We're just beginning, so it's not enough yet. Worth $150 to your rooting sections. Listen very carefully. Is she as much of a guy watcher as you are a girl watcher? Yes or no? Thank you. I always love that, you know. I'll be driving down the street with Ann, and I'll just turn a little bit, you know, and she'll look straight ahead and she'll say, did you like that? And I'll say, what? What? I wasn't looking. What do you mean? Meanwhile, what men never ever understand is that women do all the looking more than we do, but they just don't swivel their heads like this, you know, while you're driving into a lamppost someplace. The women just go, bam, and they got the whole story. Don't you think so?
Oh, yeah.
Don't you look at men?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Mercy.
Ooh.
Well, do you think that he thinks that you look as much as he does?
He knows I do, and it makes him crazy.
Sure.
He gets hysterical. what are you doing? What are you doing? And I said, but he's so beautiful, because I love beauty.
Yes.
In any form.
Yeah.
Be dog, cat, man, flower, anything. I
See, I'm
get
so glad
rooted on it, you know.
Sure.
Blueberries, we got this.
Blueberries, she says. The answer is yes, she is as much a guy watcher as you are a girl watcher, and here he comes. Peter, what is the answer to that one? So that bell startles you, doesn't it? Every time it comes on, you'll ping.
I try to get ready for it, but every time I get ready, music comes in. But
Yes.
anyway, very definitely yes.
Yes, the answer is yes.
That's my baby.
I think it's very healthy to look, don't you? I
Oh,
don't,
yes.
don't touch
Oh.
maybe, but
Just
looking
looking,
is...
so-
No,
Yeah,
no
looking
touching.
Looking is... Men, you're stranded on a desert island. Look out.
Oh, no.
There's not much to eat. As a companion, you can have either a farmer who you know has a green thumb and can raise a lot of food, or a voluptuous young woman who you know has a hearty appetite. Which will it be? Okay, off you go. Everybody's wrong so far, Carolyn. What will Peter do? It's up to him.
Well, you know, he's funny. He's European, basically.
Dutch.
Dutch, Canadian, French, English, you name it. And he loves, you know how men go out sometimes and they gather in pubs in England.
Yes.
And they don't really get stoned out of their minds all the time. They watch games and they play darts. And,
Yes.
and he enjoys the company of
Yes.
of men. Now, it doesn't say whether the farmer is male or female. But he knows that every time we go someplace, because I'm a Taurus and I'm very into food and all that stuff, I put things in his pockets, you know, like an orange, an apple, a thing,
Yeah.
So he's going to have food on him. So
When he's stranded, he's got there with a load of food.
that means that he would probably, and the farmers don't thrill him. He figures,
Well, farmers hardly thrill anybody, really. I mean, it's just that they grow.
unless it's me,
Yes.
you know, and I farm. Oh, God, I can't answer, Bert.
Well, you want us to talk among ourselves for a while? We could do that.
He's going to take the farmer.
He's going to take the farmer.
Yes.
Okay. The other two seem fairly confident, too. Here he
I don't
comes.
think he is.
Peter, you have your choice. Now, by the way, the other two guys missed this, so you have a chance to get really well here. What are you going to do? You have your choice. You know what it is.
Well, I've been thinking about this. First of all, I don't know much about eating green thumbs. How do you do that? But seriously, if you really think about it, and you didn't have enough food on that island, you wouldn't be much use to the woman, right? So I would go for the farmer.
That's the one. You got it. You get the whole thing, too. Bye. If you're ready, this question is for you, $150. What would you say is the shortest time it ever took you to fall in love? A day, a week, a month, a year, or longer than that? The shortest time it ever took. Goodbye.
A week.
You'll say a week also?
I say a week, yes?
Sure.
A week.
You'll say a week. Here she comes. The shortest it ever took you to fall in love, Carolyn, we're after.
Well, I can fall in like in a day.
Mm-hmm.
I can fall in attraction in a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I can fall in love in a month.
No. He said a week.
A week?
Yes.
Honey, it was 6 weeks while we were doing that bloody show.
Well, you said to me that I was a drunk falling down the stairs. What do you want?
I mean, nothing happened
That's
until
love?
the end of the Only if you're in the trunk, then it's wonderful. Sorry, Carolyn.
Sorry, too.
Ladies, you brought a couple of friends a very expensive wedding present. Then their marriage breaks up in less than a week. Would you want your wedding present back? Yes or no? Off you go. Bye. I hear people in the audience yelling yes and some yelling no. Peter, we'll start with you. How would Carolyn feel about this one?
Well, for once, I'm so certain I don't even have to answer it.
Yes.
Do I have to answer it?
Yeah.
No, not want it back.
Would not want it back at all?
No.
Even though it's less than a week?
A
Very
day,
expensive.
An hour.
An hour.
We'd leave it.
Carolyn, yes or no?
Well, a wedding present means wedding. That's what you buy the present for. So no, I wouldn't want it back.
That's correct. You're right. This question is worth $150. You'll get on the boards. You're going to do fine. Men, which man would you be more likely to trust in a business deal? A man who cheats on his income tax or a man who cheats on his wife? Oh. Okay, off you go. Good question. Carolyn, we'll start with you. You seem to react rather interestingly to that. Well, and I'm asking him, remember. Who would he be more likely to trust?
Peter has a thing where he doesn't like people who cheat on their wives. He doesn't like cheating in that area at all.
Yes.
I mean, he's really very staunch about that.
Right.
So I think he would go for the income tax.
The guy who cheats on his income tax. He'd trust him better.
Yeah.
In a business deal.
He'd be yes, because if he cheated on his income tax, he'd be into you know, figures and things like that.
That's for sure.
And not the
Of course,
other
he'd be
kind.
into figures on the other side too, but that's a whole other thing.
But he really doesn't like that. He doesn't like that at all.
Okay.
So
it'll be the
it'll
IRS
be
fella.
the lesser of two evils.
Okay.
Is the income tax.
Here he comes. Okay, Peter. Plenty of room for improvement here. What do you think? Which fellow are you going to trust more?
Well, first of all, I know plenty of men who cheat on both their wives and income tax. But if I dealt in business, cheating on his wife would have nothing to do with it. So I'd say
You're more likely to trust?
the guy who cheats on his wife.
Oh!
No, that's not what Carolyn said.
Peter!
Carolyn,
You hate people that cheat on their wives. You hate them. You wouldn't have anything to do with
Income
them.
tax has nothing to do with cheating on your wives.
Are you saying to me? Are you saying?
Because I can't cheat on his wife.
Don't hit him on the head. You can hurt him there. It's a...
Are you saying to me that your morals only extend to business?
No, it's income tax.
That's not what he said.
We'll be back with the Bickersons a little later, but right now. Guys, if you're ready, here we go. First question worth $150 to your rooting sections. The two of you are at a party, and the host has devised a special version of a scavenger hunt. You must each go alone to a singles bar and bring back a total stranger of the opposite sex. Which of the two of you would be better able to do that? Watch it. Bye. We'll get you in a little trouble here, huh? What do you think? Going to a singles bar. First of all, do either of you ever do that? Has that come up in...
I never have.
No.
And I don't think he has.
Right.
No.
Well, there's a first time for everything, as they say.
But he likes to hang out and play in bars and watch television and talk to the guys and carry on. I'm not sure about a singles bar. But
And I am asking him.
He's pretty. He's pretty.
Yeah.
And I think he'd be first.
You think he'd be able to
Yeah.
bring back a young lady from a singles bar?
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
yeah.
All right. He'll say himself.
Yes.
Okay, here he comes. Peter, which of the two of you would be more likely to able to do that?
I've been thinking about that.
Well, I'm glad.
You're both very capable of doing that, but in speed, or in terms of time, I think I'd be quicker.
That's the one. Old smoothie, huh?
That's my baby.
Ladies, listen very carefully. At a store, you see a dress that you love, but it's the last one left. Just as you reach for it, another woman does the same, and you both touch it at the same time. Will you let her have the dress, or will you try to get it for yourself? It's the last one, and you love it. Goodbye. Okay. You know what, when we go through the questions before we come on the air, Sarah in the dressing room said, oh, that's happened to me. Boy, I tell you, I guess it does happen to women when they shop very often. What do you think? We're going to start with you. Yes, Peter.
Carolyn's a very gentle-natured person.
Yes.
But when it comes to a thing like that, she'd kill.
Yeah.
She would go for the dress, right?
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah? They seem to think so.
Yes.
She'd go for the dress.
Yes.
Tough about that other person. Okay, here she comes. Carolyn, there you are. You see that dress. Oh, that's what you've been looking for. You've been on your feet for hours shopping. Just as you reach for it, another lady does the same. What are you going to do?
Well, I tell you, I have a lady who can copy anything. I mean, anything. She's brilliant. She works for Courage. Oh, I shouldn't say that.
That's okay. You just did.
Anyway, she's terrific. So I would probably let the other dame have it, and I'd have a better copy.
No, that's not what Peter said.
Oh, really?
He said you would kill and take that dress. Maybe he didn't know about that other lady.
No, I think he's thinking of Myrna. Not me.
Oh. I won't.
That's the part I play on camera.
Oh, I see. Sorry about that.
Me too.
Moving right along, Roger.